Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now guys, let's return back to the discussion of the gold market, and at the first glance we could say that something curious is going on the gold market, some very unexpected and curious reaction on recent events that we see on the gold market. What is really going on? Because when we see that the data in the United States showing the moderate growth, moderate improving, and dollar becomes stronger, but the gold market shows the rally on the short-term charts to the upside. And that's curious closing of the shorts that has happened on the previous week. On the Friday, this rally has moved market above the 1180s again. And the investors right now in analysis tells about the closing of the shorts, because market just hasn't passed through the 1143 support right here. And that has led to the closing of the shorts of those traders who have taken the shorts on the breakout of these lows. But guys, I will ask you, whether you will close the shorts just because the market hasn't passed for the first time below the 1143, although market initially has reached as far as 1130 area. On this retracement, whether you will close the shorts that you have taken here in the downward continuation, and whether the shorts will have the so drastic impact on the overall gold market. Probably not. Besides, the closing of the position is mostly the consequence, but not the reason. So investors usually close the positions as the reaction on some sort of the information when something is changing on the markets. And how to combine the rally on the gold market and the improving and the good data from the United States economy with the growing US dollar. It means that something is changing on the gold market. And currently I have found only one explanation for that situation. Because the major the major driving factor for the gold from the economical point of view is inflation, but inflation still stands anemic. Second reason for that, second probable factor, is the geopolicy. In particular here with the geopolicy, I see some shifting in the overall sentiment. Mostly speaking, if you have tracked and monitored the meetings on the G20 in Australia, you probably know that the Putin has left the summit earlier, before it was finished, and that's really bad sign, because it means that no compromise was found on the Ukraine crisis, and probably we should be ready for the new tensions between the West and Russia and the new escalation of the conflict in the Ukraine. That will lead us to the new sanctions and deteriorating of the situation in the European Union, probably the euro and the situation in the economy of the European Union will stand to remain under pressure. And that's nothing positive with this. As the gold very sensitive to the geopolitical tensions, and especially when they involved such the really big players in the European Union, United States and Russia, that's not just some conflict on the Middle East, that's really something bigger. And that's the first stage. That's where the conflict will come to the surface. It's just maybe some hidden and below and some under curtain agreements and the tensions, discussions have taken the place previously. But right now this comes to the surface when the demonstratively Putin has left the summit. That's really some outstanding event. And maybe some big traders has known something before this really has happened. Maybe they knew some rumors or something of that sort. Because currently, guys, I do not see any other reasons for that. For this rally on the gold market. That's also, this really stands with having on the back the improving situation in the United States economy and with the growing the US dollar. That's really something different. That's why, guys, currently we have two major sources of the information, the CFTC report and the data from the SBDR fund, because that's the investor money. On the current week, we will get the new CFTC report and we'll take a note here. if the situation is changing, we could get the drastic shapes in the gold markets, changing of the shapes on the gold markets. And particularly speaking, we could get our monthly stop grabber that suggests the $200 rally to the upside. That will be in action to the 14 even area at minimum. And it seems really that something is happening. In the short-term perspective, guys, we will be watching for our harmonic swing, the 12 even 12-10 area. This market is continuing, and that's in fact the edge for the normal reaction on the reaching of the support. This market has retested these lows. If market will fail here and turn down, well, in this case we could say yes, we probably will get another leg down to our 1050 area. This could be the free drive that we have, as we have discussed on the weekly chart. That will be the crucial area for the short-term perspective. That's where the normal reaction stands at the edge with the unnormal reaction and with the shifting of the long-term sentiment. Because here market will pass through the weekly monthly pivot point to the upside. That will be the shifting in the sentiment. And on the 4-hour time frame chart, in this case, market will pass through the weekly pivot resistance one, and that will tell us that the previous trend down will be destroyed. Right now, our analysis that we have made in the weekend still stands the same. So markets now is moving to the completing point of this butterfly pattern. It's 1618 to our 12 even 1210 area. So also market has completed this ABC D pattern, right? So right now we should watch for what will happen here. On the hourly chart, we have another minor butterfly that also suggests the reaching of the 12 even area. If you have taken the long position, as we have discussed here, on 1143, recall our former analysis, we said this was double ripple buy that we have taken long position, and our stops hasn't been destroyed here. Still valid. Think about the taking half of the profit at least, or even the closing position here, because that will be a resistance. Market probably will take the pause, or just tight the stops, because if really the breakout will happen to the upside, this really could be promising, because this will be a really significant drastic shift in the sentiment. So currently we are coming to the crucial point where we get the solution, where the market will continue tendency to the downside and then complete the 1050 target, and will shift to the forming of the 3 drive buy on the weekly chart, or this pattern will be broken and market will turn the tendency to the upside. It's really very important area for the short-term perspective on the gold market.